Poop, where you going? You were just getting comfy. Hello, everyone. How are you on this sexy, sassy, saucy Saturday? Hold on, I'm pulling up the live stream on my laptop so I can properly interact. Because I'm either thinking nobody's written anything yet. There we go. Hello. Because I'm like, I don't see anything. Okay, let's see. Poop, come over here and lay down. Be a nice girl, please. One moment. Where are you?
Energy starts to move up.
Okay. How is everyone? Hold on. I'm just trying to get it on my laptop, yo. So I have a hard time seeing. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go. All right. One moment. I'm almost there. I almost got it. All right, there we go. Oh, Summer Sparkles. Thank you very much. That's the first thing I see is Summer spoiling me and Poop. I know you guys have been missing the Poops. So she's here, but she's being rude. She's looking out the window. She can't be bothered with us right now. I don't know what her problem is, okay? She's being sassy. She's barking at everything, literally. Literally everything. So she probably will bark because I know when the dryer goes off, she's going to bark at the dryer. You know what I'm saying? Because she barks at the dryer. Every time she hears the buzzer, she's heard it 10,000 times. But she still barks every time. So that's going to happen. Okay? Okay. So. I'm sick, but here, Celebwin. Celebwin, what's the matter? What kind of sick? I intend that you feel better immediately. Hawkeyes! I've missed you. Where have you been? I feel like it's been a million years. Let's see. Melly Mel, this is what you haven't been able to make a live till now. Love it. Love it. Well, I'm glad you're here. Curve Dancer, it's from South Africa. That is so exciting to me. So exciting to me. I love knowing where everyone is. Everyone, why don't you tell me right now, where are all y'all? Where is everybody from? I know we're Summer. Summer's NYC. And I know where Hawkeyes is. Silicon Valley. So, right? Right? Am I right? Or close to it? Pretty sure you do. Look at all this exciting this. Look at all the places. That is so exciting. Yes, I'm right. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Cookie, you're from Brooklyn? Love it. Yes, I knew where Jackie Niles was. Oh my gosh, you guys are all over. I love this. That is so exciting. It's just, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. This internet still blows my mind sometimes. Can I have my towel, please? Can I have this? Thank you. My hair towel. Thanks. We're doing laundry. Thanks. What a good girl. Now she's waiting for a treat because she always gets a treat. Look at all Texas, Seattle, South Africa. I'm loving this. Kristen, you're from Long Island. Look at all us New Yorkers. Yes, so many beautiful people here from around the world. I love it. Canada. All right, I'm just going to keep it real. I have an obsession with England. I might as well just say the UK because I mean everything. Everything over there. I have to give her a treat, okay? She has an expectation because she gave up the towel. That's the deal. If she gives stuff up, she gets rewarded. We'll be right back. Hold on. I should have been more prepared. There you go. Okay, good girl. That was a good girl. Okay, hold on. Okay. In Las Vegas, I just saw. Love it. Okay. So, why did I feel like I had something to say? What were we talking about? Damn it. Oh, I also have an obsession with Canada. and Australia. And when I say UK, I mean Ireland too. Did they come out? They came out right, yeah. But y'all know that I'm not much for geography and all that kind of stuff. They were never my strong points. Could never remember all the states and all that. You're from Canada. I love it. Love it. Canada excites me. You know why it excites me? Because I think of like the US. Now like the US, we have multiple languages, right? But like there's no state that I'm aware of that is heavy on one language. And I'm thinking of like how you guys have like that, what is it? Quebec, Montreal, where it's like heavy French. I don't think we have anything like that in the US, do we? I'm probably sounding really stupid right now. I told you geography is not my strong suit. Okay, things like that. But yeah, I don't think there's no heavy or Puerto Rico Spanish. See? There we go. You're right. Thank you. Kevo, CZ. Man. I used to have to really study hard in social studies. Anyway. Miami, everyone speaks Spanish. See? No way. I did not know that. Is there any other place in the U.S. that's like that? Where they're like heavy with another language and I'm just unaware? Clearly, I was unaware about Florida. Anywhere else? Wouldn't it be cool though if we had one that was heavy in some French too? Because French is just sexy. Well, actually, no. Spanish is sexy too. Spanish, it sounds so sexy. But I feel like whenever I've tried to say anything in the Spanish language, I sound stupid. It doesn't sound sexy coming from my mouth. It just doesn't. Yes, Jessica, it is. Totally agree. Spanish makes an explosion goes off for me. What? Susie, you speak Spanglish. That's funny. Yes. Wait, in a certain part of Louisiana, they speak French Creole. Ooh, I did not know that. That's exciting. You can manifest being fluent in it. Yes, you are right. Texas and California, Spanish. So you're saying like there are areas that they're heavy speaking Spanish. How the fuck do I not know this stuff? God, thank you, Hawkeyes. What's that? Wait, John M., what is that? You wouldn't want to, is it Glaswegian? Glaswegian? Kiss? Glas. When I hear glass, I'm thinking of Glasgow. That's what I think when whatever. Tarpon, is it Tarpon? Tarpon, Springs, Florida. Most everyone is Greek. I did not know that. My guys, all right. I teach manifesting, but you guys teach me everything else. I didn't know about Miami till I went there. I've never been to Miami. I've only been in Florida. I've only been to Orlando because I've only ever been to the Disney World. I haven't been anywhere else in Florida. Anyway, wait, it's a headbutt? Jesus, John, why am I not surprised that came from you? Okay. Ooh, I'm dropping shit. All right, let me get to reading these before we have any meltdowns that I'm not reading them. Okay. Jessica, you're in Orlando? Oh my God, you have access to Disney all the time. You're so lucky. I love Disney World. I'm one of those adult children. Hitman is in the building. Yes, from Sacramento, California. Hitman, I didn't know you were in California. Why did I think you were from Texas? I did not know you were in California. Susie, I love Disneyland too. I have been there. Thank you. I have been there. I think I told you guys the story of how I, deliberately made sure that we used, we landed in the LAX airport because I was so expecting to see, this obviously happened long before I had a YouTube channel, that I was expecting to see celebrities and I saw none. There were none. I was bummed about that. But in Florida and California, I did not rent a car though. And I do regret that. I was too scared because it was just me and my son, and he was young at the time. And I'm like, no, I can't handle the stress. It's too much. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. So I had car stuff ready for me. You know, they pick us up, bring us to the hotel. And the cool thing about Disneyland is you can stay right across the street. You don't even have to book an expensive place if you don't want to. I loved that. And then in Disney World, we just stayed on Disney grounds and took their shuttle buses. But I regret the past of I wish I had rented a car. Anyways, okay. I'm sure there's some of you thinking, shut the fuck up about Disney, Kim, and start talking manifestation. Okay, I hear you. Just came back from Disneyland Paris. Oh my God, Marianne, that's so exciting. I would love to go there. Fly into Orange County and not LAX. It's closer. I wasn't too smart. I was thinking I was going to see celebrities, guys. I want to go back though, and if I do, Hawkeyes, whether you want to or not, you are going to hang out with me. You don't have to go to Disneyland, but you're going to hang out with me. Okay. I saw Summer Sparkles super chat as soon as I opened my screen, so thank you again, Summer. Freaking love you and Poop, and Poop and I freaking love you. Thank you very much. Yes, Hawkeyes! Betch, let's go. I am so down for that. So serious. Okay, hold on. Poop just hit the computer, the screen. Okay. Oh, you don't want to see my messy shells. You don't want to see those. Okay. Morgan McGregor, didn't have anything. Maybe you put something in there. Mystic Princess. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kim. I am in my limbo state and paralyzed to move out. No, you are not paralyzed to move out. That is just the state talking. Now we're going to stop saying it. Listen, I know what that feels like. That was my September. You are not stuck. You are not stuck. I know it feels like that. You are not. It's just your perception from the state you're in. I feel like he is never coming back. I am never going to get it, and I will forever be stuck. No. And it feels like I am just watching my life burn. Please judge me. Please, I want to have my SP. Okay. Listen. When you land in a less favorable state, it is not shocking to have really shitty thoughts. Really shitty thoughts. Now listen, when we're manifesting anything, so this could be for anybody, when you're living your day-to-day life somewhat on hold for the manifestation to come in, on hold, that's not what we want to do, because it's going to make it feel like it's taking forever for your manifestation to come in, because it's just like sitting back and staring at your 3D every single day. That's what it's like. We don't want to do that. One of almost like number one advice, almost number one, right? Almost, because everything I say is like number one advice. Wait, I have been here for like 3 weeks and I am not being able to move out. Almost I don't care about anything and just watching it all burn to the ground. Okay, that's not a limbo state, darling. That is a full-on victim state. That is not a limbo. Okay? So victim states do feel that way. And that's all it is. This is the opportunity to just remind yourself that I'm just in a state. The only reason why I feel this way, the only reason why I'm having these thoughts is because of the state I'm in. Now listen to me. And I know when you're in a victim state, this message is sometimes not fun to hear. and it's not fun to absorb it. That's just my opinion, because when I was in a victim state, I didn't want to fucking hear it. So listen, don't judge, don't get upset with me, but just hear the message. You don't want to live life like you're living on hold. You don't want to put off doing things because you're waiting for your manifestation. You don't do that. You don't. You want to try your best to, number one, relax. Okay, I see. You're not crying. You're not spiraling. You don't have to be in a victim state. You don't have to be crying to be in a victim state. I lived the first 40 years of my life in a victim state. Really. And I had lots of good moods, but I still was in that state based on my thoughts and based how I saw my 3D, right? So I'm not crying or spiraling. I just don't even want to think about it because my brain thinks it is not even going to work. Can you see how that in itself is a victim state? It is. It's not limbo. All right. Although, yes, limbo is probably a version of a victim state. But when you're in the place of, I don't even want to entertain the thoughts of manifestation because I just don't see how this is going to ever work. I'm afraid it's not going to work. So I'm afraid to even allow myself to get excited for a manifestation that I'm fearing is never going to come. You know, we can feel basic bitch, but still be fearing the manifestation is not going to come. We could still experience that. It is just a meh feeling. I want it, but I am not able to even get myself to move out or talk to myself, almost like procrastination. I know exactly what it feels like. I know what you're talking. Yeah, okay. So my suggestion is, now this is for her. This is for Mystic Princess. And if you're feeling like her, then this can be for you too. But I don't want specific person manifestors to panic with what I'm about to say, because you don't got panic, just hear me. I know exactly what you're going through. I know what your mind is saying to you. I know that feeling. I know those thoughts. I've been there. When I have ever been in that place, this is a great time to just take a fucking break. And let's take the focus away from SP. From SP. Now, don't everyone panic with what I'm saying. This is for Mystic Princess. And if you're feeling like her, take the focus off your specific person for now, right? Because we want to get into that loophole place, that loophole of getting around your specific person so you're not triggered, not being triggered right back out of a favorable state. So until you are in a more favorable, elevated state, let's take the focus off SP and put it entirely on yourself. As you rise through more beneficial states and you're feeling better and your perception is better, then you can put some focus on SP if you'd like. But I'm saying to help get you out of this limbo feeling victim state, put it all on you. Put it all on you. So I know what your ultimate manifestation goal is, and that's specific person, to be with specific person. And if my memory is serving me right, I think it is to be married to specific person. Okay? That's your goal. That's our end state. But when we're feeling like it's fucking impossible to get our specific person, focusing on specific person in those moments isn't going to feel good. And the ego is going to seem really, really loud. Because it's going to feel like, no, I'm not just saying impossible. I mean like really impossible, right? I'm sure that's where your mind is. So take it away. Take it off specific person completely. Put it on you. So I also want you to comfortably and confidently know, putting the focus on you until we're in a more favorable states isn't going to make you lose your specific person manifestation. It's not going to have your specific person go love somebody else. It's none of that, right? They're not going to forget about you. That's not what's happening. Okay? So put the focus on you. So the ultimate goal is to be married to a specific person. So then you put the focus on you, what you think it would be like to be married. Not married to a specific person, just married. Living a life that you love waking up to. What do you think that would feel like? So in this moment, we are not thinking about you marrying a specific person, just you in general, just what it would feel like to be married in general. And listen, no worries. It's not that you have to forever keep your focus off specific person. This is just to get you into more favorable states when your perception has changed. So anybody just tuning in and you hear me tell this person to not focus on specific person, you better rewind and hear the whole message, okay? I have been getting nightmares of him never getting back together with me. It is like a mental prison. Yes, I know exactly what that. Girl, I get it. I know. I understand. Don't think deeper on those dreams. Don't think that those dreams have a deeper hidden meaning. Throw them out. We get to label what our dreams are. We're in charge of that. Okay? So they don't mean anything. It's not your subconscious saying you can't have it. That's not it. But I'm telling you, this was my way of rescuing myself out of what felt like a full-on, stuck forever, terrible state. That's how I felt in September. All my little tips and tricks that I would use to get myself into a favorable state, they weren't working. They weren't. And let me just say this, if they worked at all, it was seconds, fleeting seconds, and I'd fall right back. I felt very afraid. I was panicking, having meltdowns here alone. So I'm telling you, this will work. Put the focus on you and what you think your life would feel like if you were a wife, a married woman, happily married woman. Now, even if your mind flashes SP shit, meaning your current SP, put it aside. And I mean it. I mean, you're making that choice of, no, I'm not thinking about him right now. I just want to think about, what do I think my life would be like if I actually loved waking up in the morning and loved my life, loved everything in my life. What do I think that would feel like? How exciting would it be to be able to get up in the morning and not have anxiety hit me right in the face the minute I open my eyes? How exciting would my life be? What would it be like to really love my day-to-day life because I was finally married? Right, I'm assuming that's your goal, to be married. Having kids, if you want kids. What would my life look like? What would it feel like to be me? And if you don't like that, then use this is what I'm going to say to myself, or I'm designing my dream life. This is how I would want to feel every single day. And tell yourself, what is that? What is the answer to that? For me, it was, I just want to be happy I'm alive, and not for the fucking cliche reasons that we hear everywhere. I want to actually feel it and hear. Happy to be alive, loving my life, thinking that I'm in a relationship with someone that is head over heels in love with me just as much as I am for them. What do I think that would feel like? What would life be like if I had everything I wanted and I didn't have to worry about anything ever again? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to be the version of me who knew everything is always working out for me? Everything, literally, not just the cliche. If you can see, for me, I never really clicked with cliche type shit, because I would look right through cliche shit and think, oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing that. It's so bullshit. Everyone says that, right? That was my attitude. So I needed to know, Kim, this is you really feeling it. I had to have something that made me feel like it was different for me, right? So it's like really allowing yourself to be like a child and get into your imagination and fucking dream, fucking wish. This is what I think love would be like. This is what I think my life would, if I could wake up tomorrow and pick anything I wanted and say, okay, yeah, I want that life. What would that be? What's that answer? And allow yourself to immerse in your imagination like a child. Like, for example, when I was little, like playing, role playing with friends, right? All the kids on the street, role playing. I was always the boss in whatever game we were playing. If we were playing house, I was the mom. If we were playing school, I was the fucking teacher, But do you remember when you were little? You immersed yourself in those roles and you really believed you were a teacher at the time. You really believed you were the mom, taking care of the house. That innocence, no pressure. There's no one on the outside telling you, oh, but that's not going to be you. That's not really going to be your life. You're just pretending. You're just wishing. No, this is you utilizing your imagination. And allow yourself to enjoy it. So you're going to practice things like that. Lightheartedness, just your imagination, no pressure, and knowing that this is different now. Meaning, this isn't just me pretending that I'm going to have that life or pretending to be the next it girl or lucky girl or whatever the phrase is of the day. It's just allowing yourself to get to that wishful place, but then getting to tell yourself at the same time, well, this isn't a wish. I'm going to actually get this. This is literally going to be my experience. I literally said those things to myself. I'm not pretending here. I'm actually going to get this. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm going to have it. Now, yeah, 10 minutes later, would I fall right back into a shit state? But it was the repetition of me returning to the decision of being my new self. It was that choice that I kept returning back to is why everything changed for me. So it's going to work for you too, Mystic Princess. It is. We don't have to give in to shit thoughts. We don't have to give in to them. So use the loophole. Get around that limbo state, but it's a victim state. Get to use I can't even talk. To use the loophole to get yourself around it. Drop specific person. Focus solely on you and like what your part is in your dream reality, in the dream life that you're manifesting. You're not creating, you're manifesting. What's the difference? Creation's finished. Creation's already done. What you want already exists. It exists within you. You're manifesting, making it physical in our 3D. So, whatever that dream life looks like, you're deciding that I'm actually gonna have that. I'm not gonna feel like this every single day. I'm not gonna feel like shit all the time. This is just a state. I'm not stuck here. The state just makes me feel like I'm stuck here. It's putting the focus on you and what you are relative to what you want to experience. I'm telling you, if you do this, and once you've shifted out of that shitty state and you get your ass into some more elevated states, you're going to be able to put your focus right back on specific person and everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Listen, when we really, really want something, in my opinion, and my opinion's based on my personal experience as well as working with people, specific person, health and money, they can be very, very touchy areas, and only because our heart is involved. Our heart's involved. When we can't fucking, feel like we can't survive because you don't have enough money, your heart's involved, right? Because you just want to feel safe and secure. When it's health, maybe it's your own health, maybe it's a family member's, you feel like you can't relax because you're worried about that person or yourself making it, right? Making it here, living. And when it's a specific person, your heart's involved. because 99.99% of these manifestations, our heart's attached. Our heart's involved. So they feel hard. They feel like manifesting those particular things are hard, but they're not hard. It's just because of the depth that you want that, right? It's just because of the depth of how much you really want it. And the trick to getting around it is working on your faith and belief around manifestation. So those big important things that you really, 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 really want don't feel impossible anymore. But it really is, it's just because of the state you're in. It's nothing more than that. So self-soothe by reminding yourself, by reminding yourself that I only feel this way because of the state. I don't feel this way because it's true. It's because of the state. Okay? I have no idea what she's barking at for what it's worth. Okay? You're gonna be okay, Mystic Princess. This is temporary. It's temporary. Let's see. What? Where did everything? Hold on. Hold on. Let me go to the other screen. Actually, let me grab the membership ones or I'm going to lose. Well, no, actually, Summer mails them to me. But if I can grab them while I'm already live, that'd be easy too. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I see. I am a $1 million month mama. I see hers. Member for 24 months. She has been here since day one with my channel memberships, always supporting me, and I love her very much for it. AKA, she is BFF. Hey, beautiful. Hope you got your birthday card. I think I did. We just went to the P.O. Box. And because I know what your actual real name is, I do remember seeing that in one of the corners. I believe I did. I am going to do a separate live stream where I open up my birthday gifts with you guys. I'm pretty sure I did because I remember seeing your name. I don't want to say in case you don't want anybody to know. And thank you. There's your thank you for it, by the way. Okay. I've had such amazing things happening. My boss talked to me about a big promotion without being full-time and still live my travel life. Love it. I'm getting tons of money even though the process sucks. But hey, I'm getting tons of money, but the process sucks. Thanks. I fucking love you. And I'm glad things are going amazing for you because you deserve it. You deserve it. And you're always there to help other people. You're a kind, loving woman. And you are worthy and deserving of every single thing you want. So I'm glad things are moving and grooving for you. I expect success stories from you because I know it's going to happen because you know what you're doing. You do. So good. Meg, member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Kim, how to get through the feeling that it can't fully happen. It was good. And movement stopped again. I'm pretty tired of this cycle. Hot and cold. No contact. Consistent contact. And then the same again. Like he is coming back, but then disappears again. Okay. Honestly, Meg, everything I just said to Mystic Princess would apply to you. Also, because you already know enough about manifesting, you know that key trigger word, cycle. Stuck in a cycle. I'm stuck in a cycle. Here we go again. Another cycle, right? I imagine that even when SP is coming in, you probably have moments, and I don't mean it from a judgy place. I'm meaning because I've lived this. So I'm thinking this is happening with you. That even when he comes in, you're still bracing for impact. Or at minimum, the thoughts do cross your mind of, is this going to be another fucking time where he disappears again? I don't even know. Should I even be excited that I'm getting movement with him? Because I don't want to be excited for it. And then here he goes again, disappearing man. And then I got to go through this fucking cycle again. I'm sure those thoughts run across your mind at some point. And that is still bracing for impact, which is completely and utterly because of the state you're in. I think that because we have the knowledge of what states are, and for anybody new, states, I'm talking about states of consciousness. And another not very fancy way of saying that is who you believe you are. Not surface level bullshit, who you believe you are. I mean, in your subconscious, in the depths of it. I like that word depth today. In the depths of your soul, who you believe you are. Who you really believe you are. Your beliefs, your assumptions. That's the same thing as state of consciousness, okay? If we're bracing for impact, we're in a victim state, period. But this is what I'm like. Hold on. I'm starter working on states and it's still happening and I'm just kind of tired. Listen, I get it. I get it. It is, and scared. I get it. Probably sick of me saying that too. I get it. I get it. That's from a song. Forget it. Forget it. I don't understand. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. The connection is made. Okay. Listen, Mag, you're not in a cycle and you're going to start telling yourself that. See, this is where I was going with my earlier comment that you have enough knowledge about manifestation that when you know that dirty little word cycle, the fear begins of being stuck in a cycle, right? No one wants to be in a fucking cycle. It sucks. And then there's that expectation that you're in it, you're in it, you're in it. And every time good shit happens, you're not even enjoying the good shit because you're thinking, here we go again, or I'm afraid to be happy because he's probably going to do this to me again. See what I'm saying? So that's probably where you've been. Yes, it's probably where you've been. And it's still fixable. It's still fixable. It's still changeable. We are never stuck in anything. We're not stuck in cycles and we're not stuck in states. The moment we are aware of both, we have the power and the knowledge to begin shifting, to begin changing. We do. You do. Even though probably from where you are in this moment, meaning your state right now, it might feel impossible. And that's just your state talking. Okay? This is what I meant where you've got the knowledge. So I think it is a good idea to remind yourself, I'm only thinking and feeling this way because of my state. That's the only reason why I'm having these thoughts is because I know I'm not in the greatest state right now. That's all it is. These fearful thoughts, they're attached to my state. I have a choice of who I am being. I have a choice of what state I am in. I have a choice. Even though some states don't feel like they're a choice, they are. And I can get out of it. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck in a cycle. And he is going to fucking change. I will have the best version of him. Period. Because he doesn't have the free will to choose differently. And I know how that sounds, because some people still have a hard time accepting that part. But he doesn't. And I'll tell you something else. I know that when you think you're stuck in a cycle, or a pattern for anybody else out there, or a pattern, when you think you're stuck, you start looking at your person as if they are choosing to deliberately be bags of shit. And that's not how all of this works. Granted, we don't have to be doormats just because we know what's really going on manifestation-wise. However, we've got to remind ourselves, especially when we're getting upset and triggered. Number one, Our feelings are always valid, always. Once emotions are over and we've calmed ourselves down, you want to instantly start telling yourself, these thoughts don't belong to me. These thoughts are a part of old version of self. That's it. They belong to a completely different version of myself. Things will change out here. Things have to change because I say so, because I'm choosing to be the best version of myself, or the version of myself that's having that loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with him. He has to change. No options. No options. He's got to get his ass over here and love on you. Period. You need to remind yourself of who you are. Who you are at your core, which is what? Consciousness or God or universe or whatever you believe in. Your pure, unadulterated consciousness. From there, we choose. From there, we choose. It doesn't feel like we are choosing. It doesn't feel like we have a choice sometimes, but we do. And we're just having a human experience. A human experience that we can manifest and have choice in what we experience. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice, but it is. So here's a little another one. Remember I said earlier in the live stream, I want to call this like the number one advice, but literally I call everything the number one advice. But this is an important one. There is nothing more fucking powerful than detachment from the 3D. No, it doesn't feel like it's easy sometimes. But once you master that, things like SP, hot and cold behavior bullshit, being stuck in a cycle with SP, that shit, you're going to be like Teflon, fucking titanium to stuff like that in the 3D. And it's going to fall away. It's going to leave your awareness. When you can master detachment. Now, detachment doesn't mean you can't think of your manifestation. That's not what it means. It means you like are putting your like feet, stamping them on the ground and saying, I'm not letting this throw me off. I'm not going to let this kick me out of my state. I'm not doing it. This has no control over me. The 3D doesn't get to tell me who I am. I tell it. So I'm not going to shit myself because this is farting sideways. Not going to do it. I'm having what I want. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I do know that if I keep making the choice to be the new version of self, this has no choice out here but to validate that, because it has to validate who I'm being. Always. No exceptions. And I hear this a lot, but let's keep it real. Some of us think we've been embodying the state and holding it and staying there, but not seeing anything change in the 3D. But yet we're looking for it in the 3D, but we think we're in the state. I cannot make this clear enough. When you are in the wish fulfilled, you don't look. You don't look. You don't think about it. Meaning you don't have the fear of it not coming. You don't question time. Those thoughts do not come in your mind at all. If anything, you're busy enjoying life around you because you know comfortably that manifestation is yours, period. And it really is done. You really think that. So I know sometimes we have these panic moments of, oh my God, I've been in the state and the 3D hasn't changed. If you were in it, you were in it momentarily and you were back into some semblance of a state underneath. Maybe a state close by, but not exactly the wish fulfilled. So thoughts wouldn't happen. You wouldn't look at the 3D and be like, I've been in the state for like 3 fucking days. I don't see any changes. None. You're not in the state. Because you know when you're in the state. It is such an overwhelming, knowing, confident feeling, experience. You don't question anything. So you're not going to be let down by practicing getting to that state. And you don't have to hold that state. But the key is the frequency of you returning to it that brings results. Because it's changing, what do you call it? It's changing your dwelling state, which we want, which is our autopilot. It's, it's where we fall to when we fall out of the wish fulfilled. But that rises in consciousness with us. So it's being worked on at all times. So don't panic. You're not wasting your time. I know a lot of fear, Mag, gets wrapped up in wasting life. Afraid you're wasting your time on a specific person. And this is where I was going with Mystic Princess. You don't want to be in the place of not existing in your life, doing things without always thinking I'm putting life on hold until manifestation gets here. Or I can't be happy. I can't live my life. I can't happily go do, I don't know, what's a day-to-day activity, like shopping or going to the beach. I can't do those things because I only want to do those things with a specific person. So I don't even want to do them. I know that mentality because I was there too. It's got everything to do with your state. In those moments, you really want to remind yourself of who you are and think about what it means to be who you are. And who you are is pure, unadulterated consciousness. You really want to think of the ramifications of that. Who you are. What's there to fear? There's nothing more powerful than pure consciousness or God or universe. I am. Nothing. Nothing. Anything else outside of that is powerless. Literally. If you want your manifestation, you can fucking have it. You could have it. But the idea is to become the version of self that has it. And it's the practice of doing it. She's totally snoring. I don't know if you can see her. Of doing it until it feels natural. That's the whole point of the repetition, is to get that to feel natural, to get that state to feel natural. So Mag, you want out of the cycle? Stop telling yourself that you're in a cycle. Start being mindful of when you're bracing for impact or dreading. Listen, if you're getting exhausted, like right now, you're just sick of shit probably, take a break. Take a fucking break. Yes, you're always manifesting, but consciously manifesting is choice. So take a break from it. Throw it out the window for a little while. Relax. Just chill. This isn't a waste of your time. It's not. You can literally manifest anything. Anything. And that equals people. Every manifestation includes people. So, we can. Comfortably, I'm telling you. Confidently, I'm telling you. From experience. When we have doubts, when we have fears, you want to tell yourself it belongs to old self. It belongs to a different version of self. Think about why. Remind yourself of why. So that you can self-soothe to help get you out of that shittier state. And I mean, use the analogy that I have shared of you are the sun to your reality. You are. And all the sun rays are all the different fucking versions of you that you have access to at any given moment. So shitty thoughts belong to one of the other versions. Nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Every doubt can be squashed with, it belongs to another version of myself. It doesn't belong to me. That's not who I am anymore. I might not feel like a new version of myself. My 3D might not look like I'm a new version of myself, but I am. because I get to choose. I get to choose. And it is that conviction. That conviction. I'm surprised she didn't bark. It's the conviction in the decision that brings about the change. So be convicted with, I don't want to be the old version of myself who's afraid of being in a cycle. That cycle cannot exist if I say it doesn't. It cannot exist if you are choosing the version of yourself that doesn't get into cycles. And yes, as simplistic as that sounds, you can just make that choice. But to everyone, I meant it. The art of detachment. There is nothing more powerful than the art of detachment when you're not allowing yourself to be a cardboard boat in the middle of the ocean. And that's what some of us are. I used to be that person. Anytime the 3D showed me something I didn't like, I was losing my shit, spiraling. This shit doesn't work. I'm so sick of this. I can't do another day of this shit if he doesn't start fucking acting right. I don't think I can do this anymore. What am I going to do with myself? Nothing's changing. That was me. Hot Mess Express. I'm so sick of doing this shit. Nothing ever works. It works for like a day. Then he goes right back to being a dick. And then I was surprised when I kept getting that hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. It's easy to be on your manifestation game when you're looking at the 3D and everything's going the way you want it. But the idea of manifestation, no, we don't want to be hard on ourselves. But yes, we want to have a little discipline and determination. And by discipline, I mean when the 3D isn't showing you what you want, to have the discipline to say, fuck that, I'm having what I want. This doesn't get to tell me who I am. Period. Somehow, some way, this will work. I don't know how, I don't know when, but none of that matters because my job is to just make the damn decision of what I want, who I want to be. Period. It's not do the manifestation game or technique and then keep looking. See what I'm saying? The art of detachment. You'll get your manifestation mag. You will. Return to your decision and stop saying you're in a cycle. And when you notice you're bracing for impact, why? Why are we doing it? What's going on in our mind at that time? And remind yourself of who you really are, which is consciousness. Okay? Okay, let's see. Whoops. One moment. Goddess Vibes, love you, Kim. Thank you so much for teaching us about states. You are the only coach that doesn't trigger me but empowers me. Thank you so much, Goddess Vibes. I love your username. Thank you so much. Melly Mel, you are so real, Kim. Oh my God, I'm loving all these new best friends. Yes. Please get, ooh. I'm gonna say yes, keep the compliments coming. Love it. Yes, Hawkeyes, state is your best friend, not your enemy. The more you choose to tell yourself, the easier it gets quickly. Yes, 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 yes. States of consciousness has utterly changed my life. Dramatically, radically changed my life. They are not scary. If you're scared of it, throw the word states of or the phrase states of consciousness out the window and just know it's just who you think you are, who you believe you are relative to what you're manifesting. It's all it is. And all the answers are already within you. You don't have to go searching for answers. You don't have to beg somebody else for help. You just got to ask yourself, what the fuck do I really believe about myself, what I'm capable of, what I think is likely that I'm going to get to experience, and listen for the fucking answers. Probably if you haven't manifested what you want, and I'm only talking to someone brand new, okay? If you haven't manifested what you want, you're not experiencing what you want, your 3D is also telling you who you believe you are, your experiences, okay? My God, is it hot in here? And yeah, it's hot and I'm sweating. All right. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. Jamie! Jamie, I miss you and I'm so glad you're here. I'm pretty sure I never wrote you back, but I want you to know that I listened to that audio text and I forgot to write you back and I am sorry. That's my reminder by seeing your little super chat. But I love you. Don't take the forever 100 years for me to respond back as personal ever. I know you don't, but I'm just saying. Anyways, okay. I'm going to have to go to the other page. One moment. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I cannot see any chats coming on my phone. I don't know why. They're all jumbled together. And I thought the last time it did that, I thought it was because I was using my old phone to do the live on so I could keep my real phone sitting next to me. So today I'm actually using my new phone and it's still doing it. So it's YouTube, it ain't me. All right, where did I leave off? So, Serby Aurora, maybe? Is it Serby Aurora? Thank you very much. My boyfriend broke up with me and snapped at me. He's having financial issues, and since he told me about them, he's been cold. Figuring out how to rewrite this. Okay. So, I'm assuming when you say snapped at you, that was verbally? Verbally, right? It wasn't abuse. Was it? Because we don't have to accept or tolerate anything abusive-wise. Okay? That's a number one. Or number one. So, all right. So, I'm sorry. I got distracted for a moment. My boyfriend broke up with me and snapped at me. He's having financial issues. And so, he's stressed out. And since he told me about, he's been cold. All right. So, he's stressed out. Here's the thing. We've created a story. So, you want to take a look at, number one, because I can tell you how to rewrite it, and I will. But at the same time, we have to take a look at what we believe about ourselves when it comes to love and relationships and what you're believing about your specific person. Because he just didn't, like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, show up like that for no reason, right? And I don't mean that from a place of blame and shame. I mean it as, let's take a look at what we're believing about ourselves so we can figure out how the fuck this showed up and get rid of it and get a better version of him. And you know what? Help him with his finances through manifestation, I'm saying. So take an authentic look at what your beliefs and assumptions are around love and relationships. Ask yourself what you really believe about your boyfriend. Like, do you think your boyfriend can be angry sometimes, or cold sometimes, or snippy when he's stressed out? Anything like that. If you've ever seen him, lose his temper when something's going on in his life. So that's like a story. So we begin a belief about that person, and so that's why we keep experiencing it, right? So once you've taken a look at that and you've figured out what the belief is, you're going to start deciding that that's not who you are anymore. You are now the version of yourself that is having a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with your boyfriend. I know that when we have a 3D experience like that, it feels very permanent, feels like it can't be changed, but it can, right? Because the 3D is nothing but the manifestation of who you used to be. And I word it like that for a reason, because you're choosing to be a new version of self, period. So if you are not coming up with answers as far as what your beliefs are, look at your previous relationships. How were you treated? How did they end? Somewhere in there, we're going to see more than likely a pattern. Or look at your thoughts. What were the type of thoughts you would have when you were in the relationship? Did you ever fear him leaving you? Did you ever feel like you weren't good enough for him? Right? Take a look at all of that. Decide now you are the version of yourself that knows that she's more than enough, right? The version of you that believes she's more than enough, knows that love is for her, knows that relationships are for her, and knows that that most loving version of him desires to be with you just as much as you desire to be with him. It's a mutual, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. And the version of him that is financially abundant, so he can help get rid of his money problems. Because you also don't want to sit in the place of A, this is how he acts when he's stressed out, and B, oh my God, he's got money problems. We don't want to do that, because we'll just keep manifesting more of it, right? Because we can manifest for others. So start seeing your man as kind, loving, and financially abundant. Treats you like a fucking queen. Start deciding that's who you are now. Do your best to not let the 3D shake you off course, and things will change. Don't look at it as, oh my God, he broke up with me, doesn't want me anymore, he doesn't love me. No, not true. He was reflecting beliefs and nothing more than that. And if you're revising it, because I'm assuming that's what you mean when you say how to rewrite. If I were you, I'd go back to the very moment, a few moments before that he broke up, meaning go back to the moment that he said the words, I don't want to go out with you anymore, and look at that, I don't know, the 5, 10, 15 minutes before that. Do you remember anything? Like, was he in the midst of letting you know what's going on in his life and blah, 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 he broke up with you? Go back to that and flip it around that he's just venting to you what's on his mind. And actually, you know what? I would go back instead and have him tell you, have it be a whole different feeling in that moment. More of, how about a celebration of a large check that he just got? So we're taking care of the finances, and we're taking care of that he's not breaking up with you. You go back to that, but listen, you can rewrite it to anything you want. Don't go logical, meaning once you've decided what you're rewriting it to, don't put the focus on, well, I'm revising a breakup, but we're not back together. The 3D will catch up. The 3D will catch up to that revision, okay? But your mind will probably go logical. Bring it back. This is where we're being delusional, not logical, okay? Summer, thank you very much. Got into state of knowing I end up in my dream relationship, even if I can't picture SP in the role. Will version of him who is ready to be with me show? Yes. Yes. So feel free to continue doing that. Yeah. Like, yeah, double yes, 3 times, like 3,000 times. Yes. It's okay to not, especially if it's helping you getting around thinking that it's never going to work with him, he's never going to show up. Yeah. Put the focus on who you're being. Because I'm telling you, as you are in that knowing state, 1 or 2 things are going to happen. Number 1 is you're going to get to the place of not even giving a fuck who plays the role. It's just knowing I'm going to have what I fucking want, right? You might get so confident and cocky, which, listen, we should all be that about ourselves. But meaning you're going to be like, I don't even care. If it's him, it's him. If it's not, it's not. Now, I'm not saying that. Don't anybody else panic. I'm just saying that that'll be a place you might go, or you might go to the place of automatic, like, it doesn't even matter. I don't need to focus on him because I know it's him. One or the other. I'm only saying that because I had that experience where I was like, I don't even fucking care at this point. I do not care, but this is how I want to feel. I want to feel like this every fucking day. Blah, 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 blah. So don't take that as, well, if I get to that feeling, then I can't have SP. No. He'll still show up. But I'm saying you're going to be so elated knowing you're going to have that experience that thought might come in your mind. And it's not a bad thing if it does, and it doesn't mean you're not getting a specific person. Okay. Why do I feel like I got to put a disclaimer on everything I fucking say? Because I'm afraid someone's going to hear it and think she's saying that I might not have SB. I got to have a this or something better. No. That's not what I mean. All right. Settle down. All right. Let's see. Alexia Majestic. I like that. Okay. Thank you very much. SP's mother passed. Oh no. Out of nowhere. He recently told me news of a baby on the way. I've been revising that he lied to push me away while he mourns, and no 3Ps exist in our relationship. Any advice? I'm glad you're revising. Very, very good. I'm glad you're revising. Just one minute. All right. I'm just thinking about what you're revising it to. Because here's the thing. I don't, at the same time, if you believe that you telling yourself that, oh, he just said that to, push me away while he's mourning, and that you believe that saying that is bringing him back and revising what he said about the baby, then fine. But if your mind goes to the place of questioning whether wording it as he's pushing you away, it's because you don't want to start a story that he's pushing you away. That's all I'm saying. But it's all about what you believe, not what I think. See what I'm saying? So as long as you're believing that saying that is taking care of everything, then fine. I'm just saying that just in case. Because I like to make sure I'm saying everything. My advice, let's try to not consistently, I know this is going to be easier than, right? I know, it's easier said than done, but you don't want to be marinating on 3Ps existing or fearing a possible baby. You don't want to marinate in it. Now, I know when you're the person in this circumstance, that's sometimes easier said than done. The idea is because we don't want to get triggered, right? We want to get to the place where a thought like that doesn't trigger us. And number two, I would even go back and revise the moment he said it and have him tell you something completely different. Revise ever hearing the news. Because at the same time, you're going to be manifesting that you're in a, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with him. Committed means loyal, so no 3Ps, right? Or at least that's what it means to me. So I would go back and revise him ever even mentioning that little nugget so that it doesn't exist, right? So you hop to the timeline where that doesn't exist. See what I mean? That's what I would do. And don't stare at the 3D as in, oh my God, where is it? I've been revising this for a week. Nothing's changed. It will. I cannot stress how the art of detachment is like game changer. It's such a relief to not be controlled by your 3D. Detachment doesn't mean you can't think of SP. That's not what I'm saying. Or focus on your manifestation. I'm not fucking letting the 3D control my mood. I'm not going to let the 3D tell me who I am. I'm not going to let the 3D, and if something in the 3D is shitty, I'm not going to let that circumstance tell me that I'm not going to get what I want. Because I refuse to ever believe such a thing. That can't ever be true if I am the God of my reality. And I am. And so are you. See what I mean? So let's not let the 3D control us. It is so powerful. I'm telling you. And think about it. If you're not allowing the 3D to dictate your mood, to tell you, who you are, then what possible things could we ever fear? If we have, learned and are living by the art of detachment to the 3D, you're fucking titanium and you're gonna have what you want, period. Just saying. But that's what I would do. And I'm sorry about his mother. I'm sorry about the loss of his mother. I don't know why, but my gut feeling is go revise him ever telling you about the baby. Revise that. Revise. I don't claim to be a psychic or anything like that, but I just have this gut feeling, and I go with my gut. Revise that. Watch that situation turn around. I'm just saying. Taylor Marie, beautiful Taylor Marie, who we need to see each other. Thank you very much. Hi, Kimmy. Been doing fine, but today the 3D is a mess. Just feeling doubtful with distance and 3P problem. My SP and I speak every day, but I just want things to change and for us to be together. I know it sucks when I'm feeling for you. Oh my gosh, not that I don't feel for everybody else, but I feel for you, Taylor. I know that when we're in the thick of shit, it's hard to change our mood, to not let the 3D scare us. So this is why I bring up the art of detachment today, because it was a game changer for me, along with states, of course. All right. But the 3D is a mess, just feeling doubtful with distance and 3P problem. My SP and I speak every day, but I just want things to change. All right. First of all, Taylor, I want you to know, and I want anybody to know, anybody with a 3P. Okay, so this is for you too, Alexia. The 3P is not an obstacle. See, we get ourselves wrapped up with the logic of, just even thinking thoughts of our person being with someone else is upsetting. But when you really put it into perspective that 3P only exists because of an old limiting belief of ours. It's the only reason why. So if I get rid of that belief and become a version of myself that doesn't have any limiting beliefs around love, relationships, or my person, boom, 3P's got to go. And I won't have to be inconvenienced with that anymore because it's not cemented in your reality. It's not cemented there. It's not permanent. When we're getting upset, when we're fearing it, we're seeing it as so planted and not moving, but it is not permanent, and it's not an obstacle. Logically, literally, it appears like an obstacle, but it's not. And you hold all the power. You hold all the cards to it. By deciding to be a new version of yourself, things melt away. Things, circumstances, 3Ps melt away. And think about it from this perspective too. Just like your specific person doesn't have the free will, neither does 3P. 3P has no fucking power. Or maybe just fearing about the possibility of any 3Ps. None of them have power or free will. None. No one. No one else in your 3D, or excuse me, reality has free will. It's just you. They're not robots. They're still humans. But they're not even aware of why they choose to do things in their 3D. Meaning, every action they take, good or bad, or what we're labeling as good or bad, is based off inspired action that they're getting from the same consciousness that you are. But when you're paying attention to your 3D, you remind yourself that these are just my perceptions of these people, right? It's just your perception of your specific person. Change your state, your perception changes. Why can I not talk today? Change the state, the perception changes. So if you're emotional, when we're done with our emotions, recalibrate yourself, meaning just sit, chill, relax, so we can think rationally, manifestation rationally. And then let's really look at this. What is there to fear? Even distance is not an obstacle. If you want specific person to move closer, or you want to move to specific person, what would it be like to be the version of yourself that's living that existence? Now, you're interacting with SP every day, so be mindful. You're literally experiencing them as things are changing. So maybe today, oh my God, Kimberly, I have to confess. Yes, I'm drinking that. I can't finish a sentence. I got to stop saying that. I talk perfectly. When we interact with them every single day, I'm sure the changes feel like they're nowhere near you, like it's not happening. And when we're having a bad day, it probably feels like things are going backwards, and they're not. It's not. Nothing out here can take your manifestation away. Nothing out here can get in the way of your manifestation. When you're thinking thoughts like that, we're thinking logically. That's why I say logic is not our friend over here. So, Taylor, everything's going to be okay. Calm yourself. Remind yourself of who you really are, which is consciousness, unadulterated consciousness. You get to choose to be any version of yourself. Choose to be the version of you who's having a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that SP, who wants you just as much as you want him. Everything's going to be okay. And listen, whatever fearful thoughts are coming up, what are they? What are they telling you? So when we're thinking about distance, we don't like that maybe he's far away. I'm not sure how far away your person is, but maybe doesn't live by you. Maybe you're seeing that as a reason or something to get in the way of you two being together. There's the fear. There's the fear. Maybe you think the specific person wouldn't move to get closer to you. That to me is boiled down to not chosen. And not chosen and not a priority, in my opinion, is connected to not good enough. Because there's always a because. Why? A because. I don't think he would ever move here for me. There would have to be another reason. Why? Because whatever the next sentence is. Because I don't think he loves me enough. I don't think I'm pretty enough. I don't have enough to offer him. Blah, blah, blah. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You are the version of yourself that is worthy and deserving of specific person moving his ass here, transferring his job here, or you to him begging you to move with him. You're worthy and deserving of having the full love experience, and you will if you keep telling yourself that that's who you are now. It's literally the things I told myself. I'm finally now the version of myself that knows, physically my body knows what it feels like to be chosen, to be wanted, to be desired, to be pursued, to know that that person is head over heels in love with me, to know it comfortably, confidently, not a worry in the world, not concerned at all that they would ever cheat, do anything. I finally know what that feels like. I finally know what it feels like to be in the most amazing relationship of my life. Not a care in the world. That's who I am now. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when, but I know I'm having it. I'm experiencing unconditional love. That's who I am now. I just kept telling myself that that's who I was. And that's what I got. And you will too. Okay, Taylor. Everything's going to be okay. Man, I hate when you guys have bad days. I know it's not fun. I remember mine and it sucks. I know it does, but it's so temporary. It's just your state. It's not truth. It's just your state. Meaning, whatever thoughts are coming in, they're not truth. They're not truth. They're just fears. And they don't belong to you. They belong to an old version of you. You're becoming the version of yourself that's having whatever it is you desire. That's who you're becoming, or that's who you are now. Your choice and wording. It doesn't matter to speak things from future tense. It doesn't matter. And on this note, I do have to go. I have 5 minutes before I have a coaching call. I love you all. As per usual, I don't think I even need to say it, but if you bought super chats that didn't get answered, I will make a video responding to your super chats. You know, when I'm on this page over here trying to get the super chats, because the live stream from my laptop is it catches itself up, so I can't go back. And when my phone is not showing me all the normal chats, I can't stand it because it feels like you guys aren't with me. It feels like I'm alone sitting here. But when the chat bubbles are going by, I feel like, oh, I got company. They're with me. So this live stream, I have felt by myself over here. I know it sounds weird that I think I'm actually hanging out with you when you're not physically in the room with me, but that's what I feel like when the chats go by. It's hanging out with my friends on a Saturday. This has felt like I'm just sitting here because not one chat bubble is going by on my phone. But when I look down now that I've moved it over back to the screen of the live stream, I see you're all there. I see you there now, but I was on the other page. Damn it all. Anyway, okay. I'm seeing it now. Whatever to this YouTube. No, YouTube, you're my favorite. You're my favorite platform. Okay? So, Mr. or Mrs. Head of YouTube, I love this platform. It's my favorite. But this live stream chat shit's pissing me off because I feel all by myself over here, okay? I don't like it. I like being with my friends. Hence why I go live. Anyway. All right. Chat is being a window licker today. Yes, it is. All right. On this note, I have to go. I love you all. I'll see you all. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to say it like this. Depending on my day tomorrow, because tomorrow we're celebrating birthdays, family birthdays. But I have this feeling I want to go live again. So if I can, I'm going to go live again tomorrow. Because maybe we're going to all manifest together that the chat's going to act normal tomorrow. And I'll be able to see it. So I can feel like we're together, like it's supposed to feel when I go live. I'll try to go live again tomorrow, okay? I love you all. We're planning on it that I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Be good. Be good. If shit isn't what you want in that 3D, you do not let that throw you off. Decide who you want to be and your life will change. I fucking guarantee it. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Poop says goodbye through one of her snores. I know you can't see her.
That's not nice.
Siri, that's not nice.